All right, peace. Like, I'm smiling because in the description box, I told y'all, I told y'all that this whole Diddy thing, all this stuff is distractions because of the equinox or the solstices. Bobby Hemmett did an old lecture many years ago stating stuff like this. Confirmation. All y'all being distracted by this Diddy thing and all this stuff with the eclipses and all that. I told y'all last night to do the shadow work, to focus on you. I said that, and Bobby, I found a daggone clip. There's like a reel when he's going in on a little bit of that, so you can know what I'm talking about. See, look, thank you, ancestors. Thank you, Most High. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my, see, this is what I'm saying. You got to focus on you. All these distractions is all about you, the power within you. See, you were made for greatness, built for greatness. You have a energy in you that can help you elevate. See, a lot of people don't want to talk about this. They want to talk about the problems and not the solutions. Done with that. You got to talk about the solutions instead of the problems all the time, but at the same time, focus on you. I'm happy that description box is confirmation right there. See, everything is everything here, here. I told y'all it's all about the daggone heart chakra. Look, these distractions are giving these people the energy to manipulate you and have you not focus on you or the energy within you. This whole thing is a big illusion, but yet I told you the agents of chaos, that's what they do. They talk about the problems, they don't bring solutions, and then they try to drain you. And it's all about this, it's all about that, it's all about that. It ain't about saving you or themselves, it's about this and bringing chaos and confusion to the mind, the heart, the soul. See, there's times like this that I'm grateful. This is it. This is it. See, the whole time people been bamboozling you all. Just look, everybody's talking about the whole Diddy thing. Distractions. They want you to get upset, want that energy of pain, frustration, anger. They feed off of that. Can I tell you something? What on earth have Diddy done for you? What have any of these celebrities done for you? What have they done for you at all? What have anyone that a celebrity done for you at all? I'll wait. I'll wait. This is spiritual warfare at its finest. That whole eclipse thing, I told y'all, it's a part of the solstice. It's part of the solstice. Only way things are going to get revealed and people are going to get knocked out the axis of the planet if their spirit is not right, if they're not doing the shadow work. If they're not doing the shadow work, guess what? They are not going to make it. They're going to be left behind. What is the shadow work? You have to go ahead and take the bits and pieces within you that are negative and focus on bringing and cleaning it off to bring forth the positivity out of it, to know thyself, to know your strengths, your weaknesses, and so on, to become a better individual, to become a better being. That's what it's all about. It's not about, it's not all about oh how spiritual high and high frequencies. It's not all about the frequencies and being on high frequencies all the time. You got to do the shadow work self within you in order for the frequencies to be high. See, nobody don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about the shadow work that they had to do to find out the negative side of themselves that they have to work on. But yet, people want to talk about high vibrations, frequencies all the time and don't want to do the shadow work within themselves. Because a lot of us, even down to who I was watching, you got a lot of soul searching to do and you got a lot of damage within you that you don't want to face and you try to put the blame on everybody else instead of you. You don't want to hold yourself accountable. You don't want to hold yourself accountable for your shortcomings. You want to blame everybody else for their shortcomings. No, no, it's you. You got to blame yourself. You got to hold yourself accountable for all your shortcomings, or all the things that you done wrong, all the things that you should have did better, all the things that you should have said. You know what? I should have worked on myself instead of keep on pointing the finger at everybody else. Because every time you point a finger at somebody else, there's either at least three or four or more fingers being pointed directly back at you, not by nobody physically, by the spiritual realm. See, people keep on talking about spirit realm this and spirit realm that, and don't know nothing about that, and they can't expound on that. And I ain't talking about everybody. I'm just talking about people that's particular that's trying to sound knowledgeable, but not knowledgeable about what's going on. You can't regurgitate nothing. You got to know exactly what you're saying because one day you're going to get challenged. And trust me, you don't want to get challenged and look like a fool in front of people, mainly on your channel. Because one thing I learned, you question everything. You always question everything. And when you question everything, you get the answers on what you need after you start questioning because the answers will start coming to you. That's what they do. You feel me? That's what they do. All jokes aside, I'm just letting y'all know the real deal for real. It's all over. You know what I mean? We gotta wake up and smell the coffee, fam. Like for real, like I told y'all cats, I told y'all sisters, I told you brothers, like dog, like listen, that daggone lunar eclipse is not what people think it is, man. They're using fear factors to bring fear to you. When you have to focus on you. You have to focus on the the, the shadow work within yourself and get that heart chakra in order. You know what? Yeah, this is Libra season, but guess what Libra represents? Mayat. Mayat. If you don't know who Mayat is, she is the Egyptian deity that puts your heart on the scale and the feather. So yes, guess what? It is the scales, but it's dealing with Mayat, y'all, and it's dealing with your heart chakra along with that daggone feather. Shadow work, shadow work, freaking shadow work. That's what this eclipse is all about, dog. It's the damn shadow work. It's the freaking shadow work. You notice all this Diddy stuff is now hitting hard in the fall solstice. Keep that in mind. And it's going to go all the way to the winter solstice. And then it's going to die down in the real new year, which is the spring solstice. Then it's going to officially really die down during the summer solstice. They're still going to bring it up, and they're going to bring more celebrities in it. They're going to keep on drying it, keep on milking it until all these solstices for the next year is just drained from the energy that you need to be homing in on to better yourself and get yourself in a higher frequency by doing the shadow work during these times. Take your fucking power back. Excuse my language. Take it back and stop listening to these fear mongering people. That's all you got to realize. It's not a joke. It's not. See, people keep on playing games over and over again, and they don't understand, overstand, understand what is going on. If you get what I'm saying, see, this is what this is. People don't get it. You can sound so intelligent using all the fancy words, yada yada yada, whoop whoop whoop, all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, it's about the shadow work. And Libra season is about the scales of Mayat. Don't believe me? Look it up because my moon is in Libra, ladies and gentlemen. My moon is in Libra. I am an Aries Deacon 3, which means my ruling planet is Jupiter, and then my second ruling planet is Mars. Then I am a Taurus rising. So check it out. Those last two signs, my rising and my ascendant with slash rising, and my moon deals with Venus, the planet Venus, goes by the name of Aphrodite, Oshun, and also Freya, and so on. The list goes on. Oshun is also have the energy and connection to Miami water. And I told y'all who sent me. Then to top all of that on some real stuff. In astrology, the moon represents not just the emotions, it represents the mother. The sun represents the father. Okay, in your natal chart. The ascendant meaning that that is the frequency or the internal side of you, what it is really within yourself. So either or, either or, you got to study yourself, know thyself. See, I'm a star seed, just like you, and I had a connection to Orion, the Pleiades, most definitely because of Taurus and Libra. It shows my connection to Hat Horu. My life path is 5. That's Oshun's number. Years ago, I was 34. That was 9 years ago. And I remember like it was yesterday, real vivid. And I remember her telling me she put a seal on me. The number 5, I didn't realize it. 5 also represents arm, leg, arm, head. It also deals with the star of the east. What is the star of the east? Venus. That's the first rising sun or the first rising star that you see when you wake up. Not just the not Ra, but Venus. So in all actuality, we gotta wake up and realize, know thyself, do the shadow work, do the real deal, what you are supposed to be doing within yourself. See, I'm grateful that I at least have people that do watch. And I humble myself and I want to say thank you for watching, whoever is watching. It's time for you to understand knowledge is key. You have to focus on the solstices. There are rituals or rites. We call them rites, not rituals. There are rites that you have to do during these solstices to align yourself with Gaia and also the solar system. They don't want to tell you this. They don't want to tell you this because they don't want you to know. Why you think it has the word soul in it? You, 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 you. It's about the battle of the soul to take your soul to eternal damnation to keep on coming back down here instead of graduating and staying in the ancestral realm. That's what they're trying to keep you from doing, graduating. Because when you pass form, what you call pass away, either you graduate and you stay in the ancestral realm and become the ancestor that you really are, incarnated as, or you come back down here because it's something that you forgot to do or something that you missed to do and you got to redo it, or you choose to come down here just because you want to be down here. See, reincarnation is real. These are this is see, they don't want to talk about that either. That's a whole nother frequency. Listen, you see, look at yourself in the mirror. Look at your facial features. Look at your birthmarks. What they don't tell you that a lot of times those birthmarks are where you got stabbed at, shot at, whatever, and they're just a continuation on how many times you came back down here too. Get what I mean? See, they don't want to tell you all this stuff. Just how deep this stuff is. It's really deep. And people want to know, yo, where you get your information from. Cross referencing reading, listening to lectures like listening to lectures like Bobby Hemmett, Dr. was Dr. Delbert Blair. You know what I'm saying? Listening to these brothers and then doing the research myself. Then studying a little bit of Hinduism when it deals with Vishnu, when it deals with Krishna, when it deals with all of that, because you got to be universal. Confucius, you got to deal with that. Muhammad, you got to deal with and study all this. You got to study all these different schools. You got to be you got to be diverse. Oh yeah, by the way, it don't hurt for you to be to be a what they call it, to be what you call 'em, priest, because I had got my pretorial thing offline, which makes me a priest by nature, like by for real. Like I have that. I just gotta bring it out. I just gotta go ahead. I'm gonna get it like probably next month so I can put it on here so I can show everybody. You know what I mean? You gotta be universal with this stuff, man. You can't go ahead and just be one way. There's so many paths that you gotta connect the dots together because it's all interconnected. Like, did y'all know that Saturn is another name for Set? Listen to the name Set, Saturn. You know what I mean? See, they don't want to talk about all this stuff. This is the science. Listen, they say that we have seven spheres in our solar system, and that this solar system is called the Milky Way galaxy, which is the 18th galaxy. Okay, now peep game. The Milky Way galaxy is connected to Hat Haru. Okay, the 18th galaxy equals the number nine, which is dealing with the divine feminine, or how the sisters in womb say the divine feminine, or however you want to call it. But you also got the Pleiades, the seven sisters of Hat Haru or Hathor. Guess who Hathor is? Disney made a movie out of her, Maleficent. Don't believe me? Look at the horns of Hat Haru and Maleficent. And Maleficent was called the Queen of the Moors. Look, man, we got too much stuff to be working on right now, man. Like, I'm about to start going and get my Bobby Hemmett on for real and start studying cross referencing. I gotta say thank you to Bobby Hemmett doing all those old lectures he did, man. Doctor 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 Malachi York, like Doctor Phil Valentine, Doctor Francis Cuswells, and Professor James Smalls, Doctor James Amos, Doctor Neely Fuller. You know what I'm saying? Sister Myra Moss. Brother Panic. All of them, man. Listen, you got to go back and start studying these things and start cross referencing stuff, man. Study your own power within you. Don't let these people say, "Oh, da 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 da, yah whoop the whoop," and try to divert you or keep you away from the real power within yourself. Don't let them bring the fear mongering stuff to you. You know what I'm saying? I give shout out to B Dell for one reason because he's a student of Dr. Yoke, but he goes into certain things, and from what I see, is a metaphysical breakdown that he's giving everybody. It's a metaphysical breakdown. You got to know the difference between physics, metaphysics, and also what is in this reality and what is in the spiritual realm. You understand? You got to know these things. You can't keep them. You can't keep them bottled in. You got to know exactly what the heck you're talking about out here, man. You got to be able to break it all down. I mean, see, where we at today is to aim for a better tomorrow within you. Listen, you can only make your own reality. Um, there's a picture that I have found years ago that shows the inside of your throat and your vocal, and it looks like the vajayjay of a woman. And in it is in the text it was like, be careful what you say because what you speak can come into existence from the spirit to the physical. So if you're saying somebody's casting something on you, Guess what you're doing? You're putting a spell on yourself. Think about that. Let that marinate. You're talking about I'm going. I got something for these. You know what I'm saying? People that's practicing these arts, and I'm gonna hurt them. You're not gonna hurt them. You're gonna hurt yourself because what they do is not hurting you. What they do is not bothering you unless you let it, unless you make it manifest. See, you gotta be careful with the tongue because the tongue is mightier than the sword. Keep that in mind. The tongue is mightier than the sword. That's why you gotta watch what you say out here because it will manifest. Get what I mean? Because I remember like yesterday, I did a freestyle, and I like this. I did a freestyle because I do poetry, right? And it was like, and I said this. I said during my creation, the older I got, came across many different ways in life that was different spots for potential growth. Then I said during the time of growth, I came to a conclusion. Every path I was taking, I felt like I was losing. Every time I made a move, I kept on feeling like I was getting more in the studies of confusion. I had to sit back and realize, no, I'm not in that confusion. Instead, the growth started happening in my brain waves and my frequency started uprising. And I started realizing who I am within and who I am can project out from within. And therefore, what my journey began. Please listen, pay attention. Classroom is now in session. During these days and times, I learned how to what? Focus on making myself into a better version of perfection. And I reflected back on my time of creation. And I realized that I was in a custody battle between God and who you call Satan. But guess what? That's not the ending. But I started evolving and realizing that I'm going to make it like it or not. I know who I am within and what I am not. So what I found out that I am a child of the Most High. That is not a lie. There's not a day that goes by that I sit back and reflect and start to say why. Did I come here from the beginning and realize that one day it's going to come to an ending? It just came to me. There's no such thing as sinning. It's all about growing, finding out who I am and knowing. Just like the last dragon, I found out from within I can project that energy and start glowing. This is it. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm going to keep myself quiet because I'm tired of talking. I learned something. Yes, I know that I'm blessed. Yes, I know I can't be less, but yes, I know I can live a life that's blissful. I like to hear birds chirping and children laughing, and then walk down the street and just whistle. Peace, love, and light is what I live by, but I also deal with the supreme balance of the universe, positive and negative. Guess what? I just realized I'm coming up with my own perspective, free thinking, not being held captive. I'm done with that. I'm just gonna keep my mouth quiet hereafter, and I'm gonna find out more ways to expound on another chapter. in my life, and also you do the same for yours. I don't need to say metaphors or similes. I just want you to think about things. And then when you get to on your path and find out who you are, give yourself a round of applause. And I'm gonna stop and then I pause. That was the poem, and that's what I came to my mind though. When I started thinking about all of that yesterday, that started coming to me. So the point that I'm saying is don't get caught up. Don't get caught up with the confusion out here. Know who you are, know thyself, study thyself. Only you carry the baton, only you carry the torch in your life. And when you have children, you pass that torch down to them so they can find their path. Be a guide and light, be a guide and beacon for them. Be a guide and beacon for anybody that come in your path and give them little bits and pieces and snippets. That's all you got to do. So, what I'm going to say to all of y'all, I love you. Keep moving, keep thriving, and keep growing. It's not going to, listen, everybody keep on talking. Everybody want the world to end so bad. But I'm going to be real with y'all. People ain't ready for the world to end. They scared. Because if the world ends tomorrow, none of these niggas would know what to do. Excuse my language. None of them would know what to do. They be scared out their tail. They keep on talking about the world ending. They still waiting for somebody to come save them from the sky, from the clouds. Come on, man. Come on, man. You're an incarnation. Many of you, you're an incarnation of a spiritual being living a human experience. Many of you, not all of you. Some of you are new souls here. Stop playing. Listen, man. There's so much people want the world to end so bad, but yet if the world were to end tomorrow, none of them would know what to do. None of them. They keep on saying the old world is dead, the new world coming. You already lived in a new world. That's why you have eclipses and these daggone solstices. A new world always take place. Alignments of the daggone planets and all of that. Vortexes opening. Do you all know that a daggone tornado is a vortex? A portal? Do you know that a hurricane is a portal? Come on, man. Let's really think about that. You live in a new world every day. Every time a tornado or hurricane touch down, there's a portal opening in that location. Did y'all know that? Every time a tornado hurricane come into a certain location, portals are opening for the new world. Come on, stop playing. I never seen people that want the world to end so bad, but not ready for it. You don't even know the survival. You don't know how to survive. When the world and you don't know how to survive, you're gonna be scared, praying and everything, peeing in your pants and all of that. Come on, man. You gotta look at the thing from a metaphysical point of view. You can't look at it from a blind eye and think that you know what the hell you're talking about when you don't. What? Come on, get out of here. I'm getting tired of everybody saying, "Oh, yo, the world about to end. The world about to end. It's about to end." Really? The world about to end? Really? Really? The old world ending and the new world coming, and what's going to happen is we're going to be saved and we're going to be lifted up in the sky. Really? And what it is, right? The chosen one with we're gonna be saved. We're gonna live a prosperous life. Really? Let me tell you something, man. The real chosen ones don't need to be on social media saying that they chosen. Point blank, period. Keep that in mind, all right? All jokes aside, man. You don't have to be on social media saying you chosen. We look, man. There's too much chaos and confusion going on, man. And I ask anybody, if you chosen, who made you chosen? How you know you chosen? How do you know you chosen? I just gave you a breakdown about the solstices, man. I talked about that shit earlier yesterday, well, last night. And I started talking about it earlier before I took my kids to school, man. Come on, dog. Like, we gotta wake up on this stuff, bro. Like people be, like I never seen people so infatuated with the end of the world. I never seen people so infatuated with the end of the world, but yet you're not ready for the end of the world. You don't even know what world is ending and what world is coming. You don't know. You can speculate and make false predictions, but you already in the new world. Look at the Gregorian calendar, right? What number does this so-called year represent? What is the numbers? The number is what? It is the number eight. Two ciphers, 720 degrees, right? 720 degrees means this: 360 positive on the physical, 360 negative and positive on the spiritual, which is a whole cipher number eight, which is the number nine, right? Next year is going to be the year that deals with the number nine. This year was preparing you for next year, which is the divine nine, the divine feminine or the divine feminine, however you want to call it, which is dealing with divine completion, which means that next year, people minds are going to evolve and start getting spiritual gifts. Those that have heard the call, the real chosen that heard the call, are going to go through a metaphysical transformation within, and it's going to start showing and resonating out. That's what it's going to do. And this whole eclipse thing that they're talking about, if your heart is not right in the scale of Mayat, guess what? You're not getting your gifts. If your heart chakra ain't right and you got all this hate and you're deceiving the people, you're deceiving the people and all your deceptions and all your deceit, guess what's going to happen? You're not going to get your gifts. And guess what's going to happen? The divine ones that rarely wake up, they're going to see right through you and know that the stuff that you're talking about is BS. And they're going to realize that you're just a talker and that you're not trying to uplift humanity. It doesn't matter what race you are, but I only talk to those that want to know. But I'm also open and here for my people that look like me in this incarnation. That's what it's about. Real talk. You don't know, now you know. Or if you don't know, now you know. Don't get caught up in the hype and the bull crap because these people are lying to you. Because in actuality, this year deals with the heart. So you still have until the spring solstice of next year, which is the real year, to get your heart right. For you to go through the metaphysical transformation of what? Of getting your gifts, being able to use real discernment and stop following these people that's misguiding you and playing with your soul during this solstice or solstices, because that's what they're doing. They're playing with your soul. They don't want you to wake up and elevate to a higher level. And when you're sensitive to energies, you will know who is speaking truth and who is speaking false. Because there's a lot of people that's using falsehood and falseness, or however you want to call it, to knock you off of your path. That is what they do. That's what they do. And it's sad because they don't want to be alone, so they want to bring other souls with them. Because the simple fact is that's their job, is to bring you down that rabbit hole where you'll be blinded and don't see nothing in the dark, and everything keep touching you in the dark and you don't have no light. And something just keep on grabbing you in the dark. You can't see because you're going down that rabbit hole of confusion that they're in. Come on, y'all. Please wake up. It's not a game. Listen, it's going to be natural disasters, yes. Are they going to worsen? It depends. It depends on the energy of the people because Gaia is only reacting to what the people are doing on her. If we went back into nature and start doing the right way, the righteous way, Gaia will give us everything we need from wealth, health, and so on. We got to change our minds and we got to change our ways and go back into nature, go back into giving back to Gaia, to start doing the right sacrifices and right rights to Gaia. See, I'm not a woman, but I can tell you one thing: women, y'all don't even know how powerful you are when you on your menstrual cycle. You can do a lot with that menstrual blood too, brothers. You can do a lot of things with your urine. Just saying, there's a lot of stuff going on, man. But anyway, I digress. I've been on here long enough, but the thing is, don't fall for the BS, y'all. Don't fall for the BS. Don't fall for the crazy nonsense on what these people talking about. Don't listen to all this stuff. Oh, it's the end of the world. It's gonna be the end, and all this stuff going to happen. Yeah, all these celebrities gonna get taken down. Okay, that's cool. But what's it doing for you? If you can find out what it's doing for you metaphysically, then we can talk. Tell them what is it really doing for you right now? Nothing. Divine love, divine peace, divine harmony, and keep everything cool, calm, collective, and just stay smooth and just stay real with yourself. All right? Salute.